I'm always on the move. What you know about it? I always keep my hips in the groove. I do what I choose. To the top like Rocky. Motivated, I can't lose. Look at these views. Kicking back like Becky. I ain't got nothing here to prove. Leaving them clues. You know where to find me, better hurry, cause I'm always on the move.
Hi, I'm Morgan Garcia.
And I'm Monica Cafferati. Welcome to Cafferati and Garcia's first episode of our new podcast, Heels and Shields. Miss Garcia and I decided to start this podcast to fill the information void that we feel is in the community. There's not a lot of resources to get information on the community, local events and news, and even world news sometimes. And so we decided that we would start this podcast and that let you get to know who we are, and we will be discussing everything legal, our hot takes on the news. In addition, we will have people in the community that will be coming on as guests where they can show you who they are and how they contribute to the community. Essentially, this is basically another way that Ms. Garcia and I are giving back to the community. We both, are involved in nonprofits, which we'll get to later. But back to the podcast, we will be covering events like the Idaho 4. The trial starts this summer for all of those who don't know about the murders at the college there in Idaho. Another big case that's coming up is the Mangione,
Luigi
Mangione trial, which is very interesting. And of course, with the new ever-changing political landscape, you're going to get most likely quite a few constitutional lessons, which is always good for us to refresh. It's always good to know the Constitution, the supreme law of the land, and your rights under the Constitution. So that's really why we decided to start this podcast. You have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah. And so there's to fill the void of the information missing, we want to be able to provide people resources, a plain understanding of what are your rights, what is a will, what is a trust, what is considered when you're thinking about custody for your kids. All of those things, you can come here and learn that information. We'll break it down for you. We'll have people from the community come and talk about things that they have expertise in, like life insurance, real property, even a therapist or doctors. So that way there's a value that you can gain from this podcast. And you might hear, a conspiracy theory here or there, because I love them and they're just fun to talk about. But that'll be the gist of what our podcast will be about.
Yeah, there is a lot of information and there's a lot of misinformation. And so we wanted to provide a resource to the community where you can come and some will be opinion and conspiracy theories and fun, but someplace where you can come and hear the truth and
what it means. Like if you have a question like, what does the judge mean when she says, what are the best interest factors for custody? We can break it down for you and tell you what that means, what they're looking for. If someone says, well, I just got a will, I don't need a trust, we can tell you why someone would make that decision and why it may be good for one person but not another.
Right.
So this will be a good place for you to come and get general knowledge of all the important things.
And like I said, a little entertainment and fun as well.
Yes, always. And so I guess we could just introduce ourselves now. Do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm Monica Cafferati, and this originally was MJ Cafferati. However, I recently made Miss Garcia a partner, and we are now Cafferati and Garcia. We are a local law firm here in Reno, Nevada, and we provide services in the areas of family law, estate planning, business, and civil.
Yeah. What do you do in your free time?
Oh, I don't have free time. That's a trick question. What free time?
Lawyers don't have free time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I like to group my free time into travel. So every few months I try to take a trip somewhere and attempt to relax. But we all know how that goes. By the time you're relaxing and getting into it, it's time to come home and back at it. But that's what I do. What do you like to do in your free time?
I hang out with my daughter. So that's pretty much it. I hang out with my daughter, and I punish myself and run half marathons. I have committed myself in my mind to eventually doing a triathlon one day, an Ironman.
Wow.
I mean, we'll see. But, I'm crazy enough to say I'm going to train for it. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. I'm also involved with a local nonprofit called Lead with Horses.
Mm-hmm.
They provide equestrian-based therapy for children and young adults. So you get to work with a horse and a counselor, and you really get to learn boundaries. You get to learn respect. The horses can really teach people a lot about themselves and about other people. They also have just merged with the Center of Adaptive Riding, which has helped children who have like autism or other disabilities, and they actually ride the horses in that program. And so now the two are merged together.
Fantastic.
Are you involved in a nonprofit?
I am. I am currently the vice chair of a local nonprofit, Safe Embrace, and we provide resources to the community and combat against domestic violence and sexual violence, including sex trafficking. It's a really worthy cause, and I've been involved with it for a few years now, and I love it. I give a free legal clinic every other week, and it is open to the entire community. If you're interested, just give Safe Embrace a call so they could put you on the list. We did have to start limiting the participants due to space and time constraints. It has turned out to be very popular. But give a call and get on the list. I can run a conflict check. And if you don't make this one, there's always one in 2 weeks. So,
yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. A lot of people know about the legal clinic, and it's a really valuable resource that you provide to the community.
Thank you. Yeah. I really love doing it too. So, yeah, I didn't know if I would at first, to be honest. I thought, wow, what am I doing taking on another what's the word I'm looking for? Engagement. But it turned out I really look forward to them, and it's a nice way. Usually they're on Tuesdays. This week it'll be on Wednesday, or excuse me, next week, I guess. But I've learned to look forward to those. So yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So I have a question.
Sure.
What made you want to be a lawyer?
Oh, Jesus. That's, well...
Or why do you think what do you think your purpose is in being an attorney?
Well, I guess why I became an attorney and my purpose of an attorney has really changed over time. It was more of, I didn't really know what else to do. And I like to argue, and I always tell the story, and I love it, is that my noni used to say, you argue so much, you should be a lawyer. And then I got it in my head when I was like in 3rd grade, and I told everybody I'm going to be a lawyer. So I probably conditioned myself, to become a lawyer. And also, like I said, I didn't really know what else to do. But I knew I wanted to further my education. And then as time has progressed and as I've moved through my legal career, I really enjoy being able to help people understand information, being able to navigate the court process, which is difficult. And, just being there as a human and a person to provide comfort to people. It's kind of all wrapped up into that. And so, that's what really I love about being a lawyer. No.
Yeah, I think that's something that really sets our law firm apart is the connection and relationship that we make with our clients is so important.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make sure that we all get along, that we all vibe together. And, we're here to provide you comfort. We're here to provide you advocacy. But at the same time, we're not going to sugarcoat shit to make you think that, you're going to get something that you're not.
Right.
We're here to provide you with sound, reasonable legal advice and representation. But at the same time, we're going to make you feel welcome, cared for, and really be there for you. And I think that's what makes us different from other law firms in the community.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. And it's important that your attorney disagrees with you at times, because that means they're doing their job. If you meet with an attorney and they agree with everything you say, for the most part, you might want to keep shopping. In all seriousness, sometimes you are right. So they will agree with you. But I think that's a good point to make, is that sometimes it's a hard role, kind of a parental role, like, okay, no, this is how it is, and this is what we're going to do, whether you like it or not. But it's really enjoyable, and when the process plays out and seeing the end result, and how it affects the client, it makes it worth it.
Yeah, it is. It really is nice, like seeing the progress that your clients make. I think one of the biggest things that our firm does, and kind of how we got the name Shields and Heels, is that we tell our clients that we will be there to protect you and shield you until you can stand up on your own and do it yourself.
I was going to say, I love that phrase. I say it all the time, is lean on me until you can stand on your own.
Yeah.
And that actually has turned out to really resonate with people, and it resonates with me, and I know as you as well. So yeah, and it's true. We really are here for you to lean on until you can stand on your own.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of clients make serious growth in their lives.
Yes.
Yeah, because they'll come to us, nobody wants to go talk to the lawyer. Nobody does. But you come in here, you're stressed, you're worried, everything is just all consuming. And then by the time you're ready to leave, you feel like everything is lifted off your shoulders. You're actually smiling. You feel confident in yourself.
You have a plan moving forward. A lot of it is people are just overwhelmed with the process and their particular situation, because regardless of the area of law, there's usually emotions involved, which can make anything difficult and any decision difficult. So in that vein, the peace of mind that we give clients and kind of an outline and a roadmap of where we're going. And then, as Ms. Garcia said, seeing them at the end of that process and journey is really exciting as well, and to see the growth that they've gone through. Now, of course, there's clients who don't, but nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
But no, many of our clients, I think, have had a good growth journey here, and we're so happy to be part of that.
Yeah. Where'd you go to law school?
I went to a small private law school in Columbus, Ohio, called Capital Law School. Nobody's ever heard of it, except all my Capital Law fellow students are out there. It's in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. It was a small little law school. It's Friday. We're filming this on a Friday. It's been a very long week. But one little interesting tidbit about it is that it actually is next to the first Wendy's in the entire country, because Dave Thomas was from Ohio, and he opened the first restaurant in Columbus, Ohio. And our adoption, we had a clinic which had, actually, I think it was the Dave Thomas Adoption Center. Dave Thomas, if people don't know, was adopted. And so after he had, made a bunch of money, obviously through Wendy's, a very popular brand, he donated to our school. And we have a clinic where the students with professors who are licensed attorneys can represent people in court for free. And we did wills, we did adoptions, we did some criminal matters. And so that was a really rewarding experience and good for the community as well. So thank you, Dave Thomas. I think he is no longer with us, but his legacy lives on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's nice. Where did you go to school?
I went to Syracuse. It was COVID. So I was in the first hybrid online program for law school that was ABA approved. Yeah. So I was able to stay local, but went to law school across the country in New York through Zoom. Yeah. And I would just fly out to New York for a week or two every semester.
And not really as much as you anticipated because of COVID.
Yeah.
I recall that. She worked for me, I think, right when...
Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah, when she started law school. So that was fun to watch her in her growth journey as well.
Yeah.
But more people have definitely heard of Syracuse over Capital, though.
Hey, that's okay. There's just the Orange Man. They're good at basketball.
What do you mean the Orange Man?
That's their mascot. It's like the orange.
You're kidding me.
I swear to God. He wears an orange thing.
And Joe Biden went there too. I thought it was kind of funny.
Hey.
Since we're talking about Orange Men, and he's somehow, intertwined with Orange Men.
He's in between the presidencies of the Orange Man.
If the Orange Man. I have a different name for him, but that's okay. It involves orange.
Orange. Something orange.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We'll try not to make it too political, other than, bringing current events. And, hey, you're here for our opinions as well, though. So,
hey,
you're gonna
keep it
you're
fun,
gonna get them.
keep it light. Yeah. But stay tuned. Our next episode will be focused on a specific topic of something that we have discussed in the intro. We haven't picked out which one it's going to be yet.
It'll be good.
Yes,
it'll be good.
It'll be good. And we'll bring you some more fun and lighthearted
some stuff is going on with Mangione. I'm really obsessed with that case. So it maybe have to be the topic, maybe that. But we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Or we could talk about
come back to find out.
Or we could talk about Diddy. Diddy's
Ooh,
going on.
That's a good one.
Mhm.
Yeah. A lot of heavy subjects in there.
Yeah.
But, well, I mean, Mangioni's murder. So, I mean, that's not exactly a light topic, but.
And the Karen Reed retrial's going on right now.
Oh.
Where they're saying that she was framed by the police.
Yeah, she did a whole Netflix thing. I thought she was done. Why the heck was she, like, on Netflix telling her whole story? She does have a right to remain silent. And I thought she utilized it until the case was over. And then, hey, tell your side of the story. But okay, whatever.
Yeah, no, they're doing her retrial right now. I guess it was a mistrial last time. They're doing a retrial now. So
that's really interesting. I don't know if all the
invested.
viewers have you seen that Netflix? I think it was Netflix, or maybe it was Max. There was a documentary.
It's like
that she did.
it just came out, like
Yeah.
the HBO. I think it's HBO or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I haven't seen
interesting.
it,
I didn't
but-
realize she was still waiting for her trial.
Yeah. They're on like day 16 right now.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I'm a good lawyer. I bury myself in the work. I do not know what's going on in the world, but I promise I will be informed for you next time.
The only reason I know is because I do late night doom scrolling on TikTok.
I'm playing Candy Crush, trying to wind down late at night.
I go down rabbit holes late at night. That's my problem. But anyway, thank you for joining us on the first episode of Heels and Shields.
And much more to come, and we look forward to bringing it to you. Thank you so much.